clearly
Wow.
on the same page with the
Well,
game plan.
it's been like
And
4 months.
sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Teague, he's checked in for Orlando. And then for Atlanta. Smith checked in for Orr. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Allen.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Orlando trailing here. Ceballos kicks to Barnes. Here's Teague. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Bogut. Thomas comes in for Ceballos. And it's Gerald Green in for Klay Thompson. And that one's good.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Orlando moving the ball around. Barnes can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 4. And on the way from Irving for 3. That's good. Irving's got 11 points. Teague for 3. And it's sent back by Irving.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And yes, sir, that one drops. 6 points for Barnes.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there. He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Barnes. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
And it's Korver in the corner. It's stolen by Green. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Wallace the pass to Teague. For Orlando, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. The first one falls.
Kevin, you look at their free throw percentage. They've been very efficient from the line today. That's a big factor.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Smith with a roll, and the buzzer beater's good.
Oh, what a monster shot to close out the third. They've taken the lead.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Atlanta leads by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. On the court for Atlanta, Noah is out there with Smith. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Daniels in the 2. He got right to the cup using that screen. 6 points for Josh Smith. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Wall dishes to Wallace. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Wallace has gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Smith kicks to Daniels. There's the bucket, good. And Atlanta leads by 4.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Atlanta making some changes. Chandler comes in for Joakim Noah. And Ori subbed in for Troy Daniels. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Wall. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oh, no. Wait.
Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And finished off by Westbrook.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Thanks a lot, Doris. George is checked in for Atlanta. Irving comes in for Orr. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
They just haven't been able to contain Irving. He's got 11 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Orlando trails by 4. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Out to Ibaka. Beyond the arc. The shot no good. George with the defensive effort. Atlanta leading by 4. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Wall against Westbrook. They set the pick. Korver.
They've not had the same success from outside here in the second half that they did in the first. So it might make sense to look at going inside a little more this half.
And Thompson kicks to Ibaka. Back to Thompson.
Oh, no
It's
way.
stolen by Korver. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Out to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
The 3 from Korver. Orlando grabs the miss. Wallace has got his 4th rebound in this one. Paul George with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And a wide open look for Irving. Atlanta again missing. It's Wall with the drive. And good on the basket. Hook it.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot. Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Atlanta making a switch here. Chandler's checked in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? He has 18 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Here's Orlando now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. It's Thompson off the drive. It's good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
I told you you're right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Atlanta making some changes. Harris is checked in for Smith. Curry comes in for Chandler. And Kyrie Irving for that jam. Just beautiful.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
On the wing, Iguodala. Pass to Wall. The feed to Thompson. Pulls up from the corner. Misses there. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
My dad still work, I believe. John Wall had 20, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 rebounds. That last steal at the end of the game was nice. Team comparison, 51, 45, 24, 32, 91, 73. Wow, I had less fast break points than them this time. That's a surprise. Points in the paint, we have more second chance. They definitely have more rebounds, I'm pretty sure. Bench points, assists 24, offensive rebounds. Oh wow, no. Yeah, defensive rebounds, we actually have more. Oh wow, okay. Nice. 10 steals, 11, 3 blocks, 4. They did pretty good up until the last. Our free throws 91% though to their 73.